Drivers, you make a serious mistake if you don't dominate inside the restaurant in this profound way. And it's not being aggressive, but rather prepared. Everything comes down to communication, and communication underlies every aspect of this oversight inside the restaurant. Uber Eats surely does not care about you as the driver, but I guarantee the restaurant should, as they value their image that they've got with the customer who's paying for everything. There are 2 benefits and then 1 negative thing from this tip, and that's bringing your food delivery bag inside with you to the restaurant every single time. Always do this, forever. That's such a profound tip. So let's get into the 2 positives and the 1 negative. Don't let this oversight ever affect you again. Just bring your food delivery bag every single time. The very first benefit that this is going to give, you go straight up to the front of the restaurant. You don't even worry about any of the customers because you're going to go up to the handoff area. And this is where you use some of your customer service skills. You'll say, "Hi, my name is Russ. I'm with Uber Eats. I've got an Uber Eats order for Bob. And the last 3 are 1, 2, 3. That way you're making a good impression with that restaurant worker, because in case you didn't know, they're very busy. And those restaurants, they scrutinize down to the second for their labor. So you want to be pleasant but firm and just introduce yourself. That way the worker recognizes, oh, he's here for a food delivery order. Maybe I should help him out really quick and get him on his way so then I can be gainfully employed helping other customers. When you decisively just walk right up to the front like that and politely introduce yourself, you bypass all the other customers. You don't have to waste time asking, oh, did you order yet? Or are you waiting for your order? No. All the customers, everybody that's staring at their phones, they're not even paying attention to you. And when they do, you have your food delivery bag. Everybody's going to know why you're there. So this saves so much time. You can just go straight up there and then get your order. Ideally, it's ready when you get there. While you're up there, be humble but firm and polite with the worker. Because think of the perspective of the customers. They treat workers poorly. They don't even consider how hard they're working and busy. So just take that moment and have a great connection with the restaurant worker and ask, how's your day going? It shows that you're connecting as a fellow human being and you actually are inquiring how they're doing. Naturally, they're probably going to be really busy, but they're going to remember that you were being kind to them and considerate of what they're doing. And who knows, you're not doing it for this reason. Maybe they'll feel the need to hurry up and get you your order so you can head out on your way. And then that frees up the worker to help other customers. So this is just an easy way to have a little bit of humanity between drivers and the fellow workers. And I do want to mention, in my area, if you go into Chick-fil-A and you have your hot bag, every time I've been in there, they always offer me, oh, would you like a drink? And they notice because we have that food delivery bag. So I don't know if that's the same in your area. And I don't, of course, try to only go to Chick-fil-A. But that is a nice benefit. And I'm going to share why they do this here in just a second. The second positive benefit of doing this all the time is when you use your food delivery bag, it's going to keep the food at the right temperature. And obviously the customer appreciates this because they're paying us for our work. But we're going to get to that here in a second. The restaurants, especially the owners and the managers, they do, and they actually should really care about how we care about their food. Because if they run out of customers because the food's cold, that's not going to be a good thing. So they should value you as the driver. When you go in there and you bring your food delivery bag without having to be told, they're going to notice you. And they're probably going to give you a good rating in the app. Did you know that they can do that? I sure do. Many years ago, I noticed restaurants would do this a lot more, but recently it hasn't been a thing. So do you know how to find your ratings in the app? Let's do that right now. So if you go in there, go to menu, and then in the top left, hit your face, your name, And then right there, you can see it says delivery satisfaction rate. Touch that. When you bring that up, like for mine, you can see I have 98 from the customers, 2 rated me negatively, nothing for merchant. Years ago, I did have good merchant ratings. I've never had a bad merchant rating. So what do your ratings show there in the app? And do you know, a viewer made a comment on one of the videos here talking about how the restaurant, if they don't like you for whatever reason, they can go in there and effectively ban you from picking up at their store, their restaurant forever. And you're not even going to know it. So actually, that'll be interesting. Please share in the comments right now. Look at your ratings and see, do you have any from the restaurants? That'll be interesting. And then also, please confirm if this sounds familiar to you. Has anybody else come across the claim that the restaurants can basically ban you from picking up there? That right there, even just the threat of it, should put us on our best behavior at all the restaurants and businesses we go to. So thanks for doing that. And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of feedback we get. So what's the one really terrible thing that happens when you bring this bag inside the restaurant? You have to put it somewhere. And restaurants are notoriously dirty. The floors are truly disgusting, especially in fast food places. Okay, I do have to put it on the floor, but what you can try to do is just put it on a chair, a bench, whatever the customer's sitting on. I do that quite a bit, but I also admit many times the floor is the only spot for it. And so restaurants, again, the workers are so busy, they actually don't do a really thorough job of scrubbing their floors. And I would say it's so infrequent. Think of all the filth from people's shoes all the time going back and forth in that restaurant. Then you put your food delivery bag in your car, I would imagine maybe on your floor, but look, mine's right there on the back seat. So then you have your family and friends sitting in your car, sitting on the filth from someone's feet. So that's actually kind of disgusting. And then, do you bring your food delivery bag inside your house? Where do you put it? That makes you think, or it should. So that is the one negative thing of doing that. Overall, the 2 positives are much better because you're making a good impression with both the customer and that restaurant. Earlier, I mentioned that the customer is paying us to deliver the order. And yeah, of course, I know you know that. But by doing this one tip of bringing the bag inside, have you ever considered what huge blunder are most drivers making after you leave the restaurant and before you get to that customer? It deals a little bit with customer service, and I think you can see the importance of that. Wouldn't it be interesting to know if there's something that could just take a couple seconds that you could do on your way to that customer that would dramatically increase your chance for good ratings from the customer as well as tips? And if that customer tipped you, they might increase your tip. To me, I think that payoff is well worth just a few seconds of effort. So I've got great news. I've made a video teaching you about that blunder and how to avoid it as you're heading to the customer. So watch that video next, and I'll see you there. In the meantime, I'm going to get back on the app and get some more orders. So bring your food delivery bag wherever you go.